Season 2, Episode 4, On the Plane, First Class. Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who need to attend the famous Dark Matter Conference, board the plane. We're on the plane. Papaia and company, having boarded, are looking for their seats. Banani, look, all the seats are empty. Ravioli, where should we sit? Papaia, wherever you want. Banani, let's sit here. Look at these wide seats. Ravioli, sitting down. Ah, I feel like I'm at home. Papaia, you can say that again. Banani, look, this button reclines the seat. Ravioli, mine just turned into a bed. Banani, Ravioli, check this out. There's even a tablet. Ravioli, isn't it incredible? And the flight is only half an hour long. Papaia, I really know how to pick an airline. A flight attendant calls Papaia's attention. Attendant, excuse me, sir, but this is first class. Economy is at the back. Papaia, oh, okay, sorry about that. The three get up and head toward the back of the plane. Igor, do you think Papaia has ever heard of first class? Or does he just think it's the name of the grade he had to repeat in school? Foot stomping. Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who need to attend the famous Dark Matter Conference, board the plane. We're on the plane where the three scientists are looking for their seats. Ravioli, but where's Igor? Banani, I don't know. Have you seen him, Papaia? Papaia, yes, don't worry, I saw him. He sat all the way at the back, near the bathroom. Ravioli, this time he really knew his place. The three laugh. Passenger, hey, watch it. You stepped on my foot. Papaia, oh, sorry. Turning toward the passenger, Papaia also steps on the feet of a woman sitting behind him. Woman, irritated. Oh, watch where you put your feet. Igor. Papaia doesn't understand the law of sowing and reaping. He thinks he can sit in first class, without a ticket, and laugh at Igor, without consequences. But in the end, he just sows foot stomping all over the plane, and reaps the wrath of the aisle. Economy class. Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who need to attend the famous Dark Matter Conference, board the plane. We're on the plane, where the three scientists are looking for their seats. The three arrive in the economy section. Banani, shall we sit here? Papaia, it doesn't matter, all the seats are the same. A passenger calls Papaia. Passenger, excuse me, but this is my seat. Papaia, excuse me, but there are plenty of empty seats. Sit somewhere else. Passenger, look, this is 5A, it's my seat. I've got it right here on my ticket if you want, I'll show you. Banani, oh, Papaia, now I remember. The seats are numbered. Papaia, ah, I get it now. I thought the seats on the plane worked like on the subway. Passenger, what world do you live in? Do you have your head in space? Clear my seat now, or I'll call the attendant. Papaia, oh no, sorry, Igor. His head isn't in space. He left it at home. Plane or theater? Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who need to attend the famous Dark Matter Conference, board the plane. We're on the plane where the three scientists are looking for their seats. Ravioli, so the seat numbers are written on the ticket. Attendant, excuse me, but I need to ask you to sit down immediately. You're blocking the passage for other passengers. Papaia, yes. Papaia pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket. Papaia, here we go, let me read it. It says here, my seat is 7C. Yours must be the adjacent ones, A and B. Banani, isn't it better to ask the attendant? Papaia, no need. You've got a travel expert with you. Ravioli, really, Papaia? They arrive at seat 7C. Papaia jumps into the seat and then relaxes. Papaia, here we are, ready for takeoff. But a passenger stops next to him, pulls out his ticket, reads it carefully, and then looks at the sign above Papaya's head. Passenger. Hey, no, sorry, look at my ticket. Seat 7C is mine. Papaya. How is that possible? I've got this seat on mine too. There must be a system error. Passenger. Really? Let me see yours. Papaya shows the passenger his ticket. Papaya. Here you go. See? 7C. It's written in big capital letters. Passenger. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? Didn't you see that this is a movie ticket? Papaya. What? Give it here. Papaya takes the ticket back. It reads, Star Trek. The day no one understood anything. Papaya. Oh no, it's true. Where did I put my boarding pass? Igor. Perfect, Papaya. Now show him your sticker album. Maybe he'll swap his boarding pass for a juvie badge. Boarding pass? 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who need to attend the famous dark matter conference, board the plane. We're on the plane where the 3 scientists are looking for their seats. An attendant approaches. Attendant, excuse me, but you need to sit down. You're blocking the passage. Can I see your boarding pass, please? Papaya, do you mean the passport? Here it is. Banani and Ravioli. Give me yours, too. Attendant. No, sir, not the passport. It's the boarding pass. Papaya, the boarding pass. Let me think. Banana. Isn't that the letter from the bank? The one you always carry with you? Papaya. Oh, yes, the letter from the bank about the blocked credit card. But what do you need that for? We've already paid for the flight. Attendant. No, it's not that. It's the boarding pass. Do you have it? Papaya. Yes, of course we have it. If only we knew what it was. Ravioli shows the bar service ticket. Is this it? Attendant, trying to stay calm. Gentlemen, the boarding pass is the piece of paper we gave you at check-in. Papaya. Ah, Banani. That piece of paper you used to level the table at the bar. Banani. Oh, yes, wait, I'll find it right away. Ravioli. I told you it was needed. Igor. Fantastic. We have a movie ticket, a sticker album, and a perfectly level table. But no boarding pass. I'd say we're not ready for takeoff, but at least we know how to pass the time when they throw us off the plane. Keep. How boring. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are on the plane. We're on the plane, where our heroes are sitting in their seats. The plane takes off, but Banani is getting bored. Banani. How boring. There's nothing to do on this plane. Banani opens the pouch in front of him. Banani. Oh, look here. Someone left a book. Ravioli. What's the title? Banani. Let me see. Here it is. An uncaused cause. Papaya. It must be a book about jurisprudence. I recommend you put it away. If you're already bored, you might end up being even more bored. Banani. It just so happens that my hobby is jurisprudence. What a lucky coincidence. I'll read it in one go. Papaya. Just don't read it out loud, please. I'd like to enjoy the free meal offered on this flight before I fall asleep. Ravioli. Don't you find it strange that on a flight that lasts at most half an hour, they offer a full meal for free? Papaya. Come on, in front of you is the genius of online bookings. Modesty aside. Igor. If we lived in a chaotic and illogical world, reasoning wouldn't be possible. Yet when Papaya calls himself the genius of bookings, I start to think that this kind of world exists. Season 2, Episode 5. How strange. Appliances. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are traveling by plane. We're on the plane. After a long flight, the 4 scientists are about to reach their destination. Ravioli. When I get back, I need to get the fridge fixed. Banani. Really? What's wrong with it? Ravioli. I don't know, but it's working like a microwave. Banani. Why don't you keep it that way and buy another one? The microwave is useful. Ravioli. Actually, I already have a microwave, but we use it as a dishwasher. Banani. My bathroom light was broken, but I fixed it. Ravioli. Oh yeah, did you change the bulb? Banani. No, even better. I tied a flashlight to the ceiling with tape. Sure, it falls every now and then, but at least it provides some entertainment. Ravioli. And the flashlight doesn't break? Banani. No, because I put a pillow underneath it. Ravioli. Interesting. Igor. Fantastic. So let's recap. Ravioli has a fridge that cooks, a microwave that washes dishes, and Banani has turned his bathroom into an absurdist theater. At this point, I'm wondering if Papaya uses the oven as a safe. Ah! Igor in the tropics. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are traveling by plane. We're on the plane where Igor is telling a story. Igor. You know, last year I went to the tropics. Ravioli. Really? When? You've never taken a day off. Igor. It was during the Christmas holidays. Ravioli. And how did you pay for it? Definitely not with the salary we give you. Igor. Actually, I won the trip in a cereal box contest. Banani. What luck? You never told us. Ravioli. And how was it? Igor. Very nice. An unforgettable experience. The hotel was perfect, but there was just one small problem. Ravioli. What? Igor. The local cuisine? Really strange. Banani. You didn't like it? Igor. No, I couldn't eat anything. Ravioli. Terrible. I would never go to a place like that. Banani. So, what did you do? Igor. Fortunately, there was at least one thing I liked. Ravioli. Thank goodness. What was it? Igor. A certain tropical fruit, but now I can't remember the name. Banani. Mango? Igor. No. Ravioli. Avocado? Igor. Not that either. Banani. I can't think of anything else. Ravioli. What could it be? Igor. Now I remember. It was that fruit. I ate it morning, noon, and night. It was papayas. Papaya. Oh, Igor. Is it possible that every time you get bored, you start with a story about mocking my name? Igor. Me? Mocking you? How? Ah, wait. Papaia. Papaya. How funny, I never thought of that. The bar service. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are traveling by plane. We're on the plane. Banani spots a cart in the aisle. Banani. The bar service is coming through. Ravioli. I'll have a cappuccino. And you, Banani? Banani. A fruit juice. Ravioli. What flavor? Banani. Pear or banana? I can't decide. Igor. I strongly recommend pear. Ravioli. And you, Igor? Do you want something? Assistant. Good evening. Would you like something? Banani. A cappuccino and a pear juice. Assistant. And you, sir? What would you like? Igor. Let me think. Do you have any papaya? Papaya mutters nervously to himself. Assistant. No, we don't have papaya, but we do have papaya juice. Igor. Thank you. I'll gladly take that. Ravioli. And you, Papaya. What do you want? Papaya. Do you have ravioli? Assistant. No, this is the bar service. Dinner is later. Papaya. Then I'll take one of those bananas. Assistant. Here you go. Igor. Papaya and Banani have the names of tropical fruits. Ravioli takes his from a pasta dish. As for me, my name has nothing to do with food. Maybe because my jokes are a little too sour to digest. Too good to be true. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are traveling by plane. We're on the plane where the scientists are waiting to arrive. Banani. It feels so strange when everything goes right. Ravioli. It's true, I have a strange feeling. Nothing unexpected has happened so far. Igor. This is bad. Papaia. Colleagues, relax. In a few hours, we'll be taking notes at the conference. Igor. Are you sure? Suddenly, Ravioli exclaims, My notebook! I forgot it! Banani. Did you check your pocket? Ravioli. Oops, I had it right here. What a scare. Igor. How strange. I had a feeling of deja vu. Igor was referring to the previous trip, where Ravioli made everyone miss the taxi because he thought he had left his passport at the office, only to realize he had it in his pocket the whole time. But no one understands the joke. Igor. What a fool I am. Expecting them to get this joke, they'd have to at least remember their mistakes first. The book found. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are heading to the famous dark matter conference, are traveling by plane. We're on the plane. Banani has noticed something interesting. Banani. This book I found, it's not about law. It seems more like a philosophy book. Ravioli. What's it about? Banani. It's a book on the existence of God. Ravioli. How can you prove the existence of God? It's impossible. You'll never find evidence. Banani. That depends on your starting assumptions. If you exclude the existence of a reality outside of the material one, it's obvious you'll never find proof. Ravioli. Yes, but what tells us this supernatural reality exists? Do we have any clue? Banani. The book tells us we can find this proof through reasoning. Ravioli. And how? Banani. The author presents an argument called cosmological. Ravioli. Ah, this is our field. But where exactly in the cosmos? Banani. No. Obviously, you'll never find God somewhere in the universe. But we can prove that there is a creator of the universe, and that's God. Igor. Got it, Ravioli? It's a cosmological argument. No spaceships, no aliens, no planets, not even pictures. Which means nothing interesting for you. The cosmological argument. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, are heading to the famous dark matter conference. During the flight, Banani finds a very interesting book. We're on the plane, where Ravioli and Banani are discussing the book. Ravioli. And how does the author prove it? Banani. First, we need to say that everything that begins to exist has a cause. Ravioli. That seems obvious. It's the principle of cause and effect. Banani. But we know that the universe also has a beginning. Ravioli. Yes, that's what we work on every day at the observatory. Banani. So then the universe must also have a cause. Ravioli. Yes, isn't the cause the singularity? Banani. If you think about it, according to the model, the singularity is still the universe, but in a different state. Ravioli. Yes, and so? Banani. Saying singularity or saying universe is the same thing. Ravioli. Actually, yes. Banani. So then even the singularity, if it ever existed, would need a cause to begin to exist. Ravioli. Obviously. So what's the cause of the singularity? A quantum fluctuation? Banani. What I'm trying to explain to you is that even if it were, the quantum fluctuation would at some point begin to exist, and therefore would need an explanation. Ravioli. But then we go on infinite, without ever finding one. Banani. Exactly. And that's why we need an initial cause that doesn't begin to exist. Ravioli. How can something not begin to exist? Banani. It must be something that has always existed and always will exist, and from which everything begins. Ravioli. God? Banani. Exactly. Igor. Something that has no beginning? I don't know any answer other than our creator, but now I do know one thing that has no end. Ravioli's questions. time for bed. Three scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, are on a plane heading to the famous dark matter conference. But the flight is taking a little too long. During the flight, Banani finds a very interesting book. We're on the plane, where Ravioli and Banani are discussing the book. Ravioli: I don't know. It seems like an argument worth exploring. Banani: that's what this book does. Ravioli: very interesting, but don't you think we're taking a bit too long to get there? Papaia: it must be because you're bored. Why don't you take a nap? Ravioli: good idea. Have some sleep to catch up on. Banani yawns. Banani: this trip is going so well, it's becoming boring. The three fall into a deep sleep, losing track of time. Igor: in a world with random gravity, we wouldn't know if this plane would stay in the air or not. Essentially, we couldn't predict its vertical direction. In Papaia's world of travels, however, we can't predict the horizontal direction of a plane either. In fact, no one really knows where the plane is going.